Hey there, everybody. Franklin Taggart here. It is time for a virtual coffee break. I've got my coffee. Grab your beverage and let's have a chat, shall we? It is Christmas Day 2022, and it's been a very nice, quiet day at home for me and my family. We started off with my 17-year-old son actually let us sleep in until about 7 o'clock before coming to let us know that he was ready to open presents. And so we got underway. He fixed me a pot of coffee before we did the present opening thing, which is very much appreciated because I didn't sleep well last night at all. It's starting to happen more and more as I get older. It's like I sleep more during the day than I do during the night. In any case, we had a lovely exchange this morning, and each one of us was touched by the things that we received from each other. And so that was a beautiful thing. The other things that we did, my wife is a brilliant cook. And this morning, we just had a wonderful little breakfast of panettone, French toast, and some bacon and eggs, and some blackberries with whipped cream. That was kind of the special on top kind of a deal. But that was lovely as well. And then my son played his drums for a little while, and then went to his girlfriend's house for a bit. And Monica and I we just enjoyed the quiet of the house for a couple of hours, and it was really, really nice. Now, in about 20 minutes, we're going to be sitting down for Christmas dinner, which is going to be baked rigatoni. Monica is Italian, and her Italian food is better than any restaurant that you will ever find. It's really, really good. And Bodhi had requested baked rigatoni for Christmas dinner. And then Monica is just a genius when it comes to putting together those kinds of dishes. So we're looking forward to that in about 20 minutes from now. So I'm going to rush through this and get my coffee break video done today. But one of the things that I wanted to build on was the theme that I started the other day was I don't want to say that it's a challenge or difficulty that I have in terms of faith, but having faith in faith has been a weird experience for me. And in the description that I wrote for that video the other day, I mentioned a song that I had written many years ago now. I wrote the song in 1998 or 1999, and it is a song called Let It Be Born Tonight. And what was going on at the time was that the town where I lived in the DC suburbs was going through this big difficulty over religious symbols being allowed on public property. And there was a group of people who wanted a menorah, and there was a group of people who wanted a manger, and there was a group of people who wanted, I can't even remember. I think it was Kwanzaa, maybe. They wanted to have like some wheat or something like that was included in the whole thing. And one of the things that really, really struck me in that time was how meaningless symbols had become for me when it came to spiritual experience and expression. It's like the symbols just by themselves didn't have any life, but I wanted to know what was the thing that could bring life to that symbolism. And the only thing that I landed on was that I think the thing that binds all of these religions together is an experience of divinity. And the only word that seems to be able to capture that, I've heard people describe it as numinous or awesome, but the thing that I looked at was that there was just this sense of, and I'm not even going to call it a feeling, but it's like being taken away, absorbed in love. And once that experience of being breathtakingly moved by whatever this divine love is, all of a sudden the symbols take on a whole new life and a whole new meaning. And in that song, one of the things that I talked about is that my faith ain't the same as it used to be. Menorahs and mangers mean nothing to me. And I don't have the patience to argue wrong and right. But if any more love can be born in me, let it be born tonight. And that was the chorus of the song. And I've had several people. It was released on a compilation by an organization called Hungry for Music that raises money to put instruments in the hands of kids that can't afford them. And I think it's still available out there in the world somewhere. If you Google "Let It Be Born Tonight" by Franklin Taggart, I'll see if I can find a link for it and put it in the description here. But I've had several people talk to me about how important hearing that song was when they had been through a pretty significant crisis of faith, but they still wanted to hold on to some sense of something holy, something divine, something mysterious. And it wasn't because they were looking for an answer. It's because there was a hunger. There was a hunger for that thing, for that. And it's not even, like I said, it's not even for the experience. It's for the, it's probably more the hunger for just that deep, deep connection with whatever it is that's greater than we are. And I've had so many people talk to me about that song over the years, asking me, what was it that I was going through? Well, basically what I was going through was a pretty complete deconstruction of everything that I'd ever believed. And like I said, my suspicion now is in just believing in general. And yet, there have been these moments, these beautiful, breathtaking, overwhelming moments of bliss and of being and of presence and of craziness. And I use that word craziness intentionally because that love actually, it took me out of my reasonable, logical mind and just, it brought me into a state of being that I've never experienced in any other venue or any other way. So it's weird for me to talk about these things this way, but I wanted to talk about that because that, to me, that love being born within us is what I believe that Christmas and Hanukah and Kwanzaa and religion and spirituality and the 12 steps and anything that is pulling us back into that really authentic, deep connection with divinity, whatever that is the thing that I think trumps all belief. So what I'm hoping for you this Christmas is that if any more love can be born in you, let it be born tonight. I appreciate your time and your attention, and I will look forward again to another coffee break tomorrow. So long.